Hey everyone, this is Charlie, and I'm here to talk about Poker Face. Poker Face is a new show out on Peacock. There's been 6 episodes so far, and I'm here to talk about it because I liked it. I think it's worth watching. Now, it is a network TV murder mystery show, so it's gonna be a little bit tropey, a little bit formulaic, and I think you gotta kind of grade it on a curve. That being said, it's fun to watch, and it's more creative than most of those shows in its lane. So the basic idea is this. The protagonist is named Charlie. Good name. She can always tell when people are lying. It has to be a yes or no lie. It's not like she can just kind of tell when things are off. She has to have a direct lie, but if she has one, she'll call bullshit.
Bullshit.
She is on the run. This is set up by the first episode, which is a little bit different than the other episodes in the series. And so every week she goes to a new place. There is a murderer there, coincidentally enough, and she goes about solving it. She can tell that something's off, and she pieces it together. Now, what makes the show kind of stand out is, first, the writers do a really good job of creating these fresh, interesting scenarios for every episode. And they're quite different from one another. So in one, it's set at a roadside barbecue in Texas where there's a flashy brother who runs a radio show to get people in the door of the barbecue. And there's the meat artisan brother who really cares about getting the brisket just right, using every inch of the cow. I mean, true artisan. Another episode is set around a play. Another episode is set around a washed up metal band. These scenarios are fun. They're fun, they're interesting, they're different. And they help bring to life the protagonist who is different than any of the other protagonists who lead a murder mystery show from anything I've ever seen. She's this fun-loving, carefree, kind of New Mexico desert chick. I mean, that's where we first see her, living in a trailer, and she's a live and let live person. She has a motto that I think captures it well.
I've been rich.
Yeah, how was it?
Easier than being broke. Harder than doing just fine.
She's a good character to base the action around. The mysteries themselves, the writers do a pretty good job, I think, of putting a bunch of little nuggets in that are going to be used later. Sometimes you can see the evidence coming. You know, there's a camera set up at the bottom of someone's chair, for example, and you can tell, all right, that's going to be part of how we solve the mystery later. But often the writers do a pretty good job of putting a bunch of stuff in there and then gradually unearthing them to move the mystery forward. It's a little bit like Knives Out like that. You know, not quite as masterful, but it has some of that fun of just, you don't know what each constituent part of the story is going to turn into. This show is a reverse whodunit, so you always know who committed the murder. But it's fun to see how it gets pieced together. And again, the action revolves around a main character who's likable, and the settings are fun. They're consistently fun and interesting and creative. So look, this is network TV. It's going to be formulaic. There's going to be some kind of bullshit things that don't add up, really. For example, the whole fundamental premise of Charlie, the main character's special skill, she tells us that she can tell lies not because of anything magical, but just because she can kind of read when something's off. But if she's this master vibe reader, it doesn't make any sense that she can only use her skill when it's a true or false, yes or no type of lie. She gets into trouble because she doesn't read the room and see that, for example, she's telling her whole theory to the actual murderer because the actual murderer hasn't told enough of a clear lie yet. I mean, the only way that it all totally hangs together is if you believe that Charlie is kind of dumb, which maybe she is. I mean, she is kind of a carefree hippie chick, but I don't know. If you're this master vibe reader, I feel like you should be able to read when things feel off in general, not just when you make a declarative, I wish he was not dead, and then you actually wish he was dead. Like, there's no reason her skill should be confined the way it is. So there's little stuff like that, and it comes up in pretty much every episode where something doesn't totally add up. But look, it doesn't really matter. This is a fun watch. It's not supposed to be highbrow. It's not supposed to be the best TV show of all time. It's supposed to be fun, and it is. It's good, easy watching. So if you're looking for something to put on while you're eating dinner, I think this one is worth a try. Let me know what you think. Hit that like and subscribe. Check out my other reviews and let me know what I could do better, because I'm sure there's plenty. I'm just getting started with this. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you again here soon.